guys? GRP's back in the building with our final topic of the day. And we should have done this a while ago, actually. But we're going to give you our favourite TV shows and films of 2022. And what we're looking forward to movie-wise and TV show-wise in 2023. So, I will go first.
Go for it.
So, the TV shows that I really loved in 2022 are Moon Knight. Really loved Moon Knight. I know a lot of people had problems with it. I can understand what they mean, what they mean via the ending, but I kind of like the ending. So, and it was a little bit of a different show. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. On that same vein, Miss Marvel. I thought Miss Marvel ended quite not so good for me. But I loved most of it leading up to that. I don't think it stuck the landing well. But everything leading up to that was really good. And it's kind of made me look forward to the next Marvel film, The Marvels, which we'll speak about later on. The last season of Cobra Kai was fantastic. Now, you don't watch it, but as you remember, because of the previous season, me and Leon weren't looking forward to this season.
Yeah, you guys were not happy about it at all.
No, we weren't. And they completely flipped the script on us because they did what we were wanting them to do for ages. They focused more on the adults this time than the kids. Do you know what I mean?
That's what you need to do.
Yeah. You know, because when they were focusing on the kids, it was every couple of shows Karate Rumble. Every couple of shows Karate Rumble. Do you know what I mean? Whereas this time, it was more the adult stories. And there was still plenty of action, but the action was even actually better because it came from adults now. And a lot of people who actually knew karate. So there's that. The last season of The Boys was off the hook. Again, you don't watch this show.
No, but everyone tells me to watch it. Kim me told me as well, we'll watch it at some point.
This show, as crazy as this show is, the writing is superb. And you don't expect it from a show that's this crazy, that shows graphic stuff.
The trailers alone are graphic enough. I actually see the show.
The trailers don't even do the show justice in terms of how graphic it is. But this show is fantastic, and it's actually been my best watch of 2022, I have to say. Same goes for Ozark, which was actually 2022.
Was it last season?
Yeah, it came early.
I'm changing my list.
It came early, and that show, I'm actually sad that I don't get to watch that show anymore. That show, I love that show. Everyone in that show was fantastic. Queen of the South also was a really good watch for me. They had their last season as well. That was very similar in scope to Ozark, but a lot less cerebral and a lot more action-based. Dharma was a surprise for me, I have to say. That was a big surprise for me. It was really well done. The actor, the guy who played Quicksilver in the X-Men films, I forgot his name now. But he actually played a blinder. He actually went places I didn't think he would go. I don't think a lot of people would go.
No.
But listen, he did great. The other actors did great. Fantastic show. And then also Andor. Now, me not being a Star Wars guy, I wasn't expecting to like Andor.
I didn't think you would either.
Yeah, and Andor for me was also one of my best TV shows. In fact, projects generally of 2022. It's a fantastic watch. The writing in there is just it's superb. It's superb. The acting is superb. It's yeah. So for me, that's the TV shows of 2022. Now, do you want me to do the films or do you want?
Go for it.
Okay, I'll do the films. So my favorite films of 2022 was The Northman. That happened at the beginning of the year. Fantastic film. Alexander Skarsgård did himself proud in that film.
Yes, he did.
Acting and physique-wise. And Robert Eggers did a fantastic job directing. Really good scripts. Really good cinematography as well. The Batman. we watched that together, didn't
Yes, we did.
That is actually the film that I think was best in 2022. Not my favorite, but the best film for me in 2022. Twilight Boy played a blind eye, gonna lie. Still could have been a bit better with his physique, but anyway, we'll leave that alone. Yeah, it was just very well acted by all concerned. Paul Dano was a revelation as Riddler, but then again, what do I expect from Paul Dano, man? He's a fantastic actor, you know. My favorite film of 2022, Bullet Train. I loved this film. I saw this film first, and then I came to Damien and I said, "You've got to watch this film." I went and watched it with him, and then he loved it, and then I went and watched it with my missus, and she loves it. It's nothing cerebral, but it's just a good, fun time at the cinema. And sometimes you need that. Do you know what I mean? You're not always looking for deep films, and sometimes you just want a good laugh. And that provided it 100%. On the scary side, Barbarian was a revelation for me. I didn't know about this film because
We saw the trailer.
Well, we saw the trailer, but then I forgot about it.
Okay, yeah.
And it's only when John Campion and Robert Meyer Burnett mentioned it, how it made $40 million on a $4 million budget, and how good it was. I was like, whoa, okay, let me go watch this film. Crazy film. I don't even know why it's called Barbarian. It's scary.
It should be called Fucked Up.
But Barbarian doesn't do it justice, because you think of something else when you think of Barbarian. But fantastic film. Violent Night. Really good film. Really good watch. Really fun. What's my man's name again? Who plays the lead?
Oh, David
Harbour. David Harbour. Yeah, I love David Harbour as an actor, actually.
Always bankable.
Yeah. And he plays a blinder. He's been done dirty a few times with the kind of movies he's gotten, but he's coming good now. He's coming good. No fault of his own. Really like that film. And the last film, and I'll urge all of you guys to go watch it because it's not a very well marketed film, and it's a Netflix film, but Silverton Siege. We did a trailer reaction to this quite a few months back. Fantastic film. That film, I mean, it's got Arnold Vosloo in it. He's the biggest star in that film, but the rest were just local South African cast. But man, that film, that will get you in your feels, action-packed. Oh man, and it's based on a true story. I encourage you guys, go watch that film. It's fantastic. So as I said, my favorite film of 2022 was Bullet Train, but I feel the best film of 2022 was The Batman. What's your 2022 list?
Okay, so my list is smaller than Larry's, so I'm going to mix it up. Mine's TV and film into one.
Okay.
So, and I'm going to there's going to be a few interesting parts in here in terms of what's number one. But my number one, because I freaking love this show, and I was dying to see it after I saw the trailer. And it literally lived up to it and more so, and that is Andor. I think Andor has been the best writing that I have seen on any screen at all this year, be it film or TV. I think the performances across the board have been brilliant. It took the Star Wars universe in the place that it has needed to go. I mean, don't get me wrong, The Mandalorian's been doing it, but this knocked it up to level 100, because every single thing about this show was brilliant. The nuances of the performances, the monologues you can take from this as an actor. Man. The writing is just so on point, and it's so the way they weave the narrative together and the way they connect it and they build the tension throughout. It was just, for me, brilliant. And I say that because number 2 on my list could have been better, but it just got tapped, and that's Ozark was number 2. Because I put Larry into this show, and literally he finished watching it before I did. And they finished off the tale of the family in only the way they could go, really, I suppose. They did leave the door open. Whether they come back for another season, I don't know.
I hope they do.
But I kind of hope they do. But I don't know why, I kind of wanted the family to die in the car. You know that?
Yeah, but then you know that show's done.
I know, but I actually would have been fine with that, because sometimes I just think you need to end a story.
Yeah.
Because when you keep draining a story out, you can only train it out for so long, and then there's the pressure to keep living up to what you did before, and it could go down the pan. Unlike if you're going on a high note, go on a high note. You know, but Ozark, the last season for me, when he's got the gun and he's just standing there in front of the officer, or the ex-officer. I was like, whoa, the whole family's definitely turned now. So it actually does intrigue me about working up another season. But yeah, Ozark, again, was brilliant. Number 3, and I say this because of the experience I had. Now, cinema is all about experience, okay? And I got to see this with my son. It's the only thing we saw, and that was Minions 3. I thoroughly enjoyed Minions 3. I don't care, I'm sat on my chest. I enjoyed Minions 3.
I actually wanted to see that. I never got to see it.
It is funny, man.
And I do think Minions is funny anyway.
Yeah, it is funny.
So you're not the only man-child here.
No, I am a man-child. But I didn't expect to laugh that much.
Okay.
And to see my son, I've taken him to see, like, you know, The Snail and the Whale, like little small movies at the cinema you kind of build him up to. Like just kids' general narrative. But to see him literally throw popcorn in the air because he was laughing that hard, and the cinema was packed, and mostly adults were in it, to be fair. My son was one of only probably 15 children in the screen. It was a 300-seat theatre, and it was packed of adults, and you could hear a pin drop every time they were waiting for their next laugh. When the laugh came, everyone was in a ruckus. It was just a great time at the movies. I thoroughly enjoyed it. It was very creative, very inventive, and yeah, just really, really well done. My number 4 is The Northman. Now, the reason I put this above the other 2 films you mentioned above, which are on my list as well, which is Batman and Bullet Train, the reason it comes to number 4 is because for me, I think Eggers I don't want to say took a risk because he's known for this kind of film with The Witch and stuff like that, but he took a person that he does do kind of like side projects like this in terms of the Skarsgård, but Skarsgård family are known for doing experimental movies or for doing movies where basically it's not your Hollywood limelight, big budget production, mainstream film. And this is very much on the fringe, but I saw this, I'd never go to cinema by myself, went by myself, I saw this and I left the cinema enthralled. I thought the actual journey...
Wait a minute, you watched it with me?
No, I didn't. You went after me. I went by myself, yeah. Sometimes he's awake, don't worry about it. But yeah, I left the cinema enthralled. I thought the journey, if you saw my out-of-cinema review for it originally, I left the cinema thinking that I went on a journey with that character. I learned something about Norse mythology I didn't do as much as I did before. You really felt like you were thrown into Viking culture.
Yeah.
You know, there was nothing about it that didn't feel forced, nothing about it that felt inauthentic. Every single thing about the film felt authentic to me, so that was my number 4. The Batman is my number 5. I wasn't expecting to like it that much, but I got to give it to them. They pulled it off. And you know, Robert, you did a good job, bro. Can't take it away from you. 6-pack or no 6-pack, did a good job. And the best part in it, Colin Farrell, who was in 2 other movies I didn't get to see this year. One of the Banshees of Inisherin, which I still want to watch. But yeah, he was brilliant as Penguin. Can't take that away from him. If I move on from there, I think my next one's going to have to be Tulsa King as a show. That's in as my number 6. We just talked about in our previous review. I again didn't expect it to be very good. I was kind of umming and ahhing over Stallone to put it off, and he proved me, as Stallone does when he puts in the work. He proved me wrong. He's brilliant in it. The show is great. The writing's brilliant.
People sleep on how good an actor he is.
Yeah, they really do. I've never done that, but I've always slept on the ability for him to play a role like this. But it's tailored for him, and it fits like a velvet suit. Yeah, it's like a tailored velvet suit. It fits him. So yeah, that's my number 6. Moving on from there, I've then got Bullet Train. So Bullet Train was a great time at the cinema. He took me to see this. The second time we watched, he took me to see it. He'd always seen it once already. And I would admit, I had a few quibbles of minor bits in it. Accents was one of them. But bar that, it was a great time. It was just like, you literally popcorn, switch your brain off, sit back, enjoy yourself, enjoy the choreography, enjoy the pyrotechnics on the screen, because it was a lot of damn fun. And just balls and all crazy at the end of the film. Just absolutely crazy. But I loved every minute of it. So, yeah.
And the cameos, remember the cameos?
The cameo was brilliant. Even Ryan Reynolds, like the little 2 seconds cameo, brilliant. But I just really thoroughly enjoyed that. After Bullet Train, I'm gonna have to go. Well, it's not on your list, but Doctor Strange. I like Doctor Strange. It wasn't as great as the previous one was. But then again, the second one was hard because the second one to live up to that in a lot of ways because of what he introduced to the universe. But I love the fact they managed to bring in the horror elements. It brought a lot of what Raimi does best in there. You could tell he was a little bit tethered and a little bit held back, but for the most part, that was a Raimi film. And it did give me hope, even though you guys should have made it a 15. it did give me hope for Blade. It gave me hope for Blade. That's all I'm going to say on that one. So that's why that's on there for me. Unfortunately, Thor, you didn't make it in my top 10. I was hoping you would, but
not even close.
Not even in my top 20. I didn't see much this year at all.
Yeah,
I didn't even see 20 projects. I didn't it?
Right.
But yeah, apart from that,
is that it for 2022?
And then the Adam Project.
Okay, you saw that, yeah?
I saw that. I enjoyed it. It was good. It was good.
All right. So now, what we're looking forward to in 2023. I will go first. So on the TV front, I'm looking forward to obviously the next season of The Boys for the reasons that I said earlier. But also because of that, I'm looking forward to the spin-off series of The Boys, Gen V. And we saw the trailer to that.
Yes, we did.
That seems like a whole new load of craziness, especially with them being in college. Like, horny teenagers, that's going to be nuts.
The fuck is going to be intense. That's what we're going to say.
Yeah, definitely. Then the next season of Cobra Kai, really looking forward to that now because of what they did with the last season. And even though I didn't enjoy the last season of it, now that I heard that they're bringing it back for the 4th season, Umbrella Academy. Because remember I spoke to you about Umbrella Academy before. The first 2 seasons, fantastic. The 3rd season was a bit of a letdown. So I'm hoping that they can rally, just like Cobra Kai did, and bring back a good one with the 4th season. In terms of films that I'm looking forward to in 2023, I'm looking forward to Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania. I love Paul Rudd as Ant-Man. I love Jonathan Majors as Kang the Conqueror. He was fantastic in Loki. I'm really looking forward to this film establishing Kang as the big bad, and also maybe if we keep hearing rumors of Fantastic Four maybe coming in this movie, right? So I want to see that. Also looking forward to Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. The first one was a revelation. The first one was I didn't think it was going to be any good. Be honest with you, I thought the animation was a little bit crazy in the trailer, but it kind of was ironed out in the actual film. And the story was fantastic. I'm also looking forward to Guardians of the Galaxy 3, Volume 3, seeing the chicken and broccolied up Adam Warlock, aka Will Poulter.
Chicken and broccoli and then some.
Yeah, you know what I mean? It's like a completely different person now. If you've seen the transformation.
He's a jaw coming out of nowhere. Yeah. A jaw from Saw.
Oh, man. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to that. I think obviously with this being the last film, the last Guardians film with James Gunn and the last iteration of this Guardians team, this is going to be a good one. Then we also have, and I know he's not really looking forward to this film, but I am still, despite the controversy, Flashpoint. But from all accounts, they've made a fantastic film. Which is why they keep putting it back. Otherwise, they would have just released this. Do you know what I mean? They know they've got something good on their hands, and it's a shame that the Ezra Miller name is tainting it, but it is what it is. So yeah, looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to Aquaman 2. Jason Momoa smashed it as Aquaman in the first one. He's the reason why that film made $1 billion, no other reason. And really looking to see what he brings to the table in his second one. Obviously, it's his last one. Probably going to be Lobo now. But
yeah, more likely.
Yeah. I'm also looking forward to Shazam 2, Fury of the Gods. That looks quite fun, actually. That looks really fun. It's got Helen Mirren in it.
To get in the check.
Yeah, it's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. The Marvels. So that's going to bring Miss Marvel and Captain Marvel together. Looking for, and then all the other ones as well, like Monica Rambeau. It's going to bring them all together. Really looking forward to that. Even though I didn't enjoy the last film, Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny, I actually am looking forward to because it's James Mangold. Fantastic director, as we know. Last throw of the dice for Indy a la Harrison Ford. So let's see how that goes. Oppenheimer is another one I'm looking forward to this year. I love these true life biopics, and it seems like this guy's got an interesting story. Obviously, the father of the atom bomb, as they call him. So we're really looking forward to that. And my last one is John Wick 4. I don't need to tell you why. It's John Wick 4. There you go.
That's all you need to know. That's all you need to know. That's all you need to know.
So Damien, please enlighten us on what you're looking forward to 2023.
I don't have a TV list because I don't have a TV. Now I'm joking. I don't get a chance to catch up a lot. As you know from a previous list, I don't get a chance to catch up a lot. So mine's purely film. Even though I didn't see a lot of film last year, but I will try more this year. And with that being said, my number one is Oppenheimer. I am a Chris Nolan nut. Unfortunately, I'm a fanboy. Yes, shoot me in the face. I'm a fanboy of Nolan. Even when the film doesn't always go as it could do. Tenet was good, but not his best. But Oppenheimer I'm looking forward to, not just because of the story, but also because of what Nolan can do with it, and because of the ensemble cast he's got on board. Cillian is brilliant. In fact, I don't know much more about the ensemble cast. I know it's apparently powerhouse cast, but there we are. So you're looking forward to Oppenheimer as my number one. My number two, I'm back to spend time with my son because Mario's coming, people, and I am excited to see Mario. I don't care what anyone says. I'm not even a Mario fan, damn it. I've only gone to Mario in the last year because my son loves Mario Kart and he loves the Haunted Mansion with Luigi.
I might take my son to that actually.
Yeah, so I'm on board for that all the way. When Donkey Kong started punching him in the face, I was on board. So yeah, I'm up for that number two. My number three is going to have to be, I did have it down here, my number three is going to have to be John Wick 4. And I still haven't finished, believe it or not, John Wick 3 yet.
Oh, okay.
Okay. I've not even seen up to my boys in the Raider in it yet because that's the last bit. Both Seth and But I'm so looking forward to John Wick 4. Donnie Yen's in there. Okay, I don't care what anyone says. That man is the martial arts pinnacle actor of the last 10 years. He surpasses anyone else out there right now, and he's still in his he's 60, I think now, and he still pulls off moves like that. So I'm looking forward to John Wick 4 so much. My number 4 is gonna be Creed 3. Just because I've enjoyed the Creed franchise. I didn't think it was going to be any good. They're not brilliant movies by any stretch of the imagination, but they are good films, and I think they've managed to pay respect to the Rocky franchise. So with that being said, I'm looking forward to Jonathan Lee Majors is in ridiculous shape.
But we know who trained him is our good friend Rhino.
We know who trained. So if you remember Gladiators, he's trained him. So my number 4 is going to have to be Transformers. Number 4 was Creed 3. Number 5 is Transformers. Just because I had no interest in watching Transformers at all. I didn't like the Knights. I didn't even bother watching it. I think I watched 5 minutes of it. The last one I actually enjoyed was number 3, and even that number 2 was not great.
Bumblebee was alright.
Bumblebee. Bumblebee. I've got very good memories of Bumblebee. But yeah, when it comes to this, the trailer
was nuts.
If you saw the trailer, if you didn't get on board off the trailer, there's something wrong with the kid in you. Because the kid in me from the 80s that remembers playing my Transformers toys. They got gorilla. There's a gorilla, and he looked wicked. So I don't care what you say. That's great. That's for number 5. Number 6 coming in is going to be Pale Blue Eyes of Christian Bale. Something a little bit different. I want to see what Bale does with this. I do like the gothic look of it, and it's an interesting tale. So that's number 6. My number 7 is going to be 65. Again, knew nothing about this whatsoever. We looked at the trailer last week, and it's come out of the blue. So
Adam Driver.
Adam Driver's on board with this. I can't remember the actress's name, but Adam Driver's on this, and it's a concept I think the Jurassic Park franchise should have gone in. So hopefully this can steer what went wrong with Dominion, even though I made a billion. It can steer what went wrong with Dominion. On to my number 8 is Mission Impossible 7, just because Cruise looks absolutely mental with the stunts he's doing at the moment. That's my number. He's
trying to be like the Western Jackie Chan.
I don't knock him, man. He's got the money to do it. I watched a stunt the other day of him. Bro, he did that practice jump off the cliff like 9-10 times.
He's nuts.
Off of a motorcycle, literally just a parachute. I'm like, and I watch Ash, watch this. What's he doing, Daddy? Just watch. Is that a motorbike? Yeah, watch what he does. Over a mountain? Yep, now watch this. Parachute? Yep. Is he crazy? Yes, he is.
Yes, he is.
But he gets away with it so badly. And my number 9 is Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. Now, I still haven't seen Spider-Man to Spider-Verse yet, but my hope is, by the time it comes out, I will somehow manage to get my son to watch it so I can watch Across the Spider-Verse. You have no idea how much I've held back for this long. So, Asher, when you go back in time and watch this video, realise how much I held back for that film.
Daddy's suffering for you.
Suffering, man. In so many ways. And then number 10 is a random one, but it's Knock at the Cabin. Because the trailer intrigued me, and I do like it when Charlemagne gets it right, he gets it right. So I'm intrigued to see what it's about. I've got a few honorable mentions. June 2, Cocaine Bear, just because the trailer looks ridiculously off the chain. And then possibly Killers of the Flower Moon.
I want to see that.
Scorsese and DiCaprio.
I love
so
DiCaprio.
That's my 2023 for you people.
It's a good list, man. It's a good list. So, guys, what do you think of our list for 2023 and what we looked forward, what we liked in 2022? Leave us your list as well, and let us know what you think about ours, please. Yeah. And now, with that said, the show is over.
Finito.
Yeah. So for me
and my bald head.
Bye-bye. Check us out on all our social media handles. And we will be giving you an update on what we're looking to do with the show going forward in the next month or so. So keep tuned for that, yeah? Peace.
Bye.